Hello, everyone. I am Dr. Charlotte Lawrence Bedassi, a family physician, Christian psychologist, temperament life coach, and the author of Offense Skills: Healing from the Emotional Triggers That Hold You Captive. Welcome to Gracefully Unbothered, a newsletter that provides a dose of healing, insight, and empowerment. Inspired by my transformative book, this newsletter helps you uncover emotional triggers, release past hurts, and embrace a life of peace, resilience, and purpose. The aim of Gracefully Unbothered is to cultivate a sacred space where emotional healing meets spiritual growth, empowering individuals to live with intention, resilience, and unshakable peace, free from the grip of offense, distraction, and emotional chaos. In this edition of Gracefully Unbothered, I want to talk with you about managing offense in the workplace. Offense in the workplace, recognizing, responding, and rising above. Offense has a stealthy way of slipping into even the most professional environments. It may present as subtle remarks, overlooked contributions, deliberately being left out, or the hurt of being misunderstood. Left unchecked, it will fester and result in dimming our light, shifting our focus, and subtly eroding purpose. It will cause major distraction and disruption of purpose and growth. Workplace offense can appear as dismissive behavior. Your voice is consistently overlooked or interrupted. You are ignored or constantly treated as though your opinions do not matter. It can appear as passive aggression. This may be demonstrated in feedback masked as sarcasm or indirect put-downs. Offense can also appear as unspoken tensions, changes in tone or body language that signal discomfort or exclusion. It can also appear as unfair treatment, being overlooked, or for opportunities despite competence and commitment. Also, important and necessary information is withheld to keep you in the dark and to cause you to appear foolish and incompetent. Offense in the workplace can also appear as gossip and misrepresentation. Words spoken behind your back that distort your character or intentions. Disparaging comments made in your absence to discredit your character and performance. These situations trigger not only emotional reactions, but spiritual dissonance. It is tempting to retaliate or withdraw. However, healing starts with a response, not a reaction. How do you manage toxic environments and offense with grace? Number 1, pause and process. Before reacting, take deep breaths or count to 10 slowly if you need to. Take time to reflect. What specifically is the emotional trigger for the offense? Was it the tone, timing, or content? This creates space between the hurt and your healing and allows you to process rationally. Secondly, seek clarity, not confrontation. Engage the individual privately with humility. Say, when you said X, it left me feeling Y. I wanted to understand your perspective. Sometimes the offense was unintended, and clarity invites restoration. Things are not always the way they seem to be. At times, we tend to judge others based on what they said and not on what they meant. Thirdly, guard your heart. Proverbs 4 and verse 23 in the Amplified Version reminds us, it says, guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. Protecting your peace does not mean suppressing emotions. It means honoring your worth and keeping your spirit unbothered by what does not align with purpose. Fourthly, extend grace but set boundaries. Grace does not mean you should be passive. It is wisdom wrapped in love. Set clear boundaries that reflect dignity and respect. Remember, Jesus forgave, but he also walked away when necessary. Not every situation warrants confrontation. Gracefully walk away and keep your peace and health. Fifthly, pray for divine perspective. Offense often clouds what God is revealing. Ask Him to show you the lesson, the growth, and even the strategy. What am I supposed to learn from this? James 1 and verse 5 encourages us, if any of you lack wisdom to guide him through a decision or circumstance, let him ask of our benevolent God, who gives to everyone generously. Scripture encourages us throughout. Matthew 18 verse 15 says, if your brother sins, go and show him his fault. This highlights the power of direct, loving communication. Colossians 3 and verse 13 says, bearing graciously with one another and willingly forgiving one another. This is a reminder that forgiveness frees us more than it excuses others. Romans 12 and verse 18 says, if it is possible, live at peace with everyone. This confirms that peace begins with what we control, which is our response. So in conclusion, offense will come, but you do not have to take it. Offense may find you, but it does not have to form you. In every challenging moment, there is an invitation to rise in love, clarity, and spiritual authority. The workplace may challenge your character, but your response can become someone else's inspiration. Choose to respond in love and not react in anger or hurt. Offense kills, but it doesn't have to kill you. Become gracefully unbothered. Until next time, my friend, have a good day.